Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Hello, guys.
So we're seeing a lot of people popping in right now. What we're going to do is wait for people to come in. Just go here. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we're seeing a lot of people attending. I hope everyone is having a great day so far. Today's topic will be trading plan, which is a continuation of what we spoke about the other day. We have Alex with us.
Yeah, guys. So, how would you introduce me? Would you say like a new trader to the market?
Alex, marketing manager here and also a trader himself. He's been trading in the financial markets for the past 2 years. Alex, how you been?
I've been all right, Mo. How you been?
Awesome, bro. With today's volatility, everything is good.
Yeah, true. So we're seeing a lot of people coming in now. So can everyone just comment hi in the comments to make sure that everything's working and if the audio, everything like that, is fine. So there's no issues because we are trying to do a bit more different stuff this week. So we do have a couple angles, as you can see. But yeah, I'm seeing a lot of hi. Yep. Hello everyone. All good, all working well. Fantastic. That's what we like to hear.
Absolutely. So everyone in the chat, I want to see which country you're from. Just so we can understand which country you guys are residing and have an idea. We've got Manchester, a lot of UK, South Africa. Brilliant. Well,
Manchester, India, South Africa, UK,
Germany.
Antigua, Australia, Germany. Okay.
Lovely.
Greetings from Dubai. We got a Dubai person in
Lovely,
the
lovely.
house.
Welcome on board. So are you guys excited about the trading plan session that we've discontinued? Basically, we did not discontinue it. We did not have a session last week. We had a lot of things that were going on. However, for this week, we spoke about, some aspects of a trading plan, and today we will continue on that, the continuation for that session. So I hope everyone is excited to know what I typically do on my day-to-day basis, and what my thought process is like when I approach the markets. The other thing that I will mention is that I'll be working on creating, basically, a day in a trader's life video that describes to you when I wake up, what I do when I wake up, when I do my breakfast, when I go to the gym, when I look at the charts, what I'm looking at. So it just basically gives you details of how my daily life is like, and then you can use that to your advantage. So with Alex, you've been trading successfully the past few months. Talk to me about it. How has gold been treating you?
Well, gold is as volatile as any market can be. I've learned a lot trading gold. Which one of my lessons is don't buy and sell at the same time, which is a big no.
Yeah.
But you live and you learn at the end of the day. So I've had a few good winning trades. I've managed to understand the gold movements a bit more than I was an average trader. I've managed to do some really good snipes and understand all the blocks and fair value gaps and basically like the big institutional money moves. Yeah, so gold has been treating me really well. I've had a good week, but then I kind of rally a bit down, which is, happens. You can be profitable and you can also can have some bad days. So this week hasn't really been my best week. I've had some winning days, but I did a bit of a revenge trading and I should have had. So I mean, last session we had with Dr. Joy, I sat next to her. We were talking about, just understanding the discipline and essentially how even if you the discipline of even if you don't want to do it, you still have to do it. So like such things as like, I have to go to the gym, but I don't feel like going to the gym, right?
Yeah.
So I kind of had the same issue with, trading the markets. Like, oh, I have to trade the market, right? So I was like, okay, yeah, I need to find opportunities and look for the opportunities on the market. Don't have to keep tell myself, oh, I have to trade, otherwise I'll lose, right? So I had to get rid of that fear, as anyone else would do. Like, oh, you see a good movement, you're like, oh, you should have, like, I've to get rid of all of those doubts, I was gonna say.
Yes.
But other than that, I think I've learned a lot, and it's been good. Is as I think today would be a good point to touch on a point on what's happening with gold because of
Yeah,
the debt ceiling for the US.
correct.
So today was I was analyzing the market for a just as standard, and when those news came out, it just did not respect nothing. You went opposite, right? So of
Yeah,
course dollar weakens, gold, right? The commodities go up.
yeah.
So when that happened, it just smashed through everything,
Also,
right?
it's an anticipation of the fear
Mhm.
amongst investors. So you've got FOMC meeting today, as well as interest rate decisions coming from the Federal Reserve Bank. So a lot of institutional investors, hedge funds are basically sitting on the sidelines, waiting for that data to come out to make their trades and decisions accordingly. Now, with interest rate decisions, you're going to find a lot of volatility happening and taking place today at 7 p.m. That is a time when I tell most traders to kind of try to stay away from the markets, sit on the sidelines. There's no point in, having fear of missing out because these movements are not something that you can predict. It does not follow technical analysis. It's all based on data. And based on the interest rate data that's going to come out, among what we've seen today, that the debt ceiling in the United States of America approached $33 trillion. So that is negative for the economy as a whole. With the interest rate decisions coming out, we've seen inflation data not go as much as we've expected. Maybe they would raise interest rates. If they drop it or keep it the same, that is going to be another point of view to look at. So you guys have to kind of understand what is happening fundamentally and know what you can do. So I want to see all of you in the chat type in yes or no. Have you traded today or not?
That's what everyone's saying.
Let me see
While they
yeses.
do that, I did want to point out there were some questions about
So
Dr.
we've
Joy.
got
Mo. So I wanted to just say that people are saying that this should have been a session with Dr. Joy. So Dr.
yeah,
Joy wasn't able to be here today,
yes,
but we will carry on the webinars weekly, talking about psychology and also what we've learned working closely with Dr. Joy
absolutely.
as being able to have access to those resources. So we're going to touch on point with some of the stuff that she has taught us
Yeah,
and how we've managed to implement those things in our day-to-day lives,
absolutely.
professionally and personally,
Yeah,
and how we managed to understand the market better compared to a couple of months ago when we just when we were in a bad mental state, as I was saying.
absolutely. I would say with Dr. Joy is my personal psychological mentor. There's no person in the trading industry that have helped me as much as she did when it comes to my psychological barriers, controlling my fear and greed, sitting on the sidelines, looking at my risk tolerance, how much risk am I taking in these trades? And I can see with that question that I've just asked that a lot of people said yes, they've traded today. So when it comes to trading today, as for me, I've been trading for the past many years and I was sitting on the sidelines just because there are a lot of information that are coming out. And I would much rather just, preserve my capital and trade when the data is out. It gives me more confidence in my trades. And then you understand that there's no outside influence, basically, data that is coming out to influence your trades. So it's just based on your own, today when the data comes out, I analyze it, I understand what people are going to react to it, and then I go on and do my technical analysis. So stay tuned for the live, the day trader live video that we're gonna create soon, which will explain a lot about how you can develop a trading plan and to carry on from what we discussed the other day. So basically, what I'm gonna show you right now, guys. Basically, let me show you my screen. All right, awesome. So we've got right here the chart. Can everyone see it? Please confirm. Yes. Awesome, brilliant. Would you like me to share my screen instead, or is this fine? Share. All right, I will share my screen for you guys. Bear with me for 1 second. Lovely. So right now we've got, you guys can see my screen shared. Please confirm. Yes. Can I see the chat? Lovely. Yeah. Let me see the chat, what everyone's saying.
Yeah, I'll look on the chat. Everyone's saying yes. Share system
better.
said yes. Everyone can see it.
Okay, brilliant.
Everyone can see it.
So when it comes to, trading the financial markets, it is difficult in itself. So no one can really predict what is going to happen. You can't predict it for sure 100%. So what I do on a day-to-day basis, so for example, for today's trading session, this is the 20th of September. If we go on the daily time frame, so this is the low for the day. Zooming in, this is the low for the day. You can see that this wick was created as the low for the day. What I'm going to do right now is put a horizontal line at the low for the day. And right now, we don't know the high for the day. The high for the day is still running. So from a technical analysis perspective, we can see that the price right here risen up and then created this structure of selling. Basically, price was going lower. If we look at gold on the longer time frame, you can see that it's been trending lower for quite some time. Is it now the time when it breaks that structure, or is it going to actually be a fake out and drop lower? So these are two scenarios that I'm looking at right now. You've got gold trending in this channel for a long period of time. You've got this rising wedge happening on the daily time frame. It broke below it. We had one retest right here. We've got another retest. So there's two possibilities. We can retest for a third time up here and maybe go lower, or we can break this channel and then have a retest, not as deep as going lower and then just continuing up. And there's a scenario, obviously, with political tensions, things like that, that is outside of our control, where the market starts reacting irrationally. So you draw up scenarios for yourself. You understand what is happening. So for today, on the shorter time frame, this is the low for the day. We've seen that price dropped lower, created a high, and started dropping lower. A lot of people thought that it would retest this level at least, or even go lower before it starts going higher. However, most of the guys that thought it would go down there were wrong, and the price did something different. What it did is creating a higher low. So it created a high right here, lower high, and now it's starting another rally. Would this rally actually carry on or starts facing resistance right here? That is something that we don't know. The data are coming out. There's nothing that is going to happen for sure. So you can't really predict the movement for sure. Can everyone hear me in a good way? Just making sure. Guys, can you hear me? Yeah, all good? Awesome. It's faint. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So basically we were talking about how the price now created right here, it created a lower low from the previous structure, lower low, created this little move to the upside, and then it was followed by creating a low here, not as low as the one down here. So when you see something like that, it signals that the market could be shifting. It can very well also be a fake out and then drop lower, plummet lower. But as we're seeing right now with the debt crisis, the debt ceiling, what is happening in the United States, what is happening with inflation, the fear amongst investors, gold traditionally acted as a safe haven for investors. So when you know that gold acts as a safe haven, when there are a lot of economical uncertainty, people rush to buy precious metals. We might be seeing that this is what is happening right now. We can't know for sure. It's still under monitoring. Once you have a break above 1986, 88, then that signals that the market is shifting. So in order to understand what is happening on the bigger time frame, we have to check the weekly. As for the weekly, we've got this move lower. Then we had this massive impulse move, created a low right here, and then retested this previous level of resistance, now turned into support, and then it made another move higher, reaching this level that we have not been able to break for quite some time right now. We tested it right here in 2020. We tested it again in 2022. We testing it again in 2023. The only difference is that every time we've tested this level in the past, price actually went down to the 1600 levels. What is happening right now? Tested it right here. It went down even below 1600, almost to close to 1600. Here it was like 1680, and then we've tested 1610. Went again on this raging bull market for a couple months, and then we tested this high again, but we're now kind of consolidating in this area from 2070 all the way to 1890. A move lower with a retest on this structure will signal that the market is shifting. A move higher beyond 1980 with a retest on this level will signal that the market is going to start moving higher. So that is the technical analysis that you need to look at from a higher term perspective. Looking at the monthly, you've got this move that we talked about from 1600, the raging bull market. We had this area acting as support, and it broke with an engulfing candle to the upside, and now retesting this level again, creating this massive rejection and potential move lower. A lot of people were selling at these points, hoping that the price could potentially test the 1820. This is still a possibility on the table. As you can see that the monthly time frame candle did not close yet. So what we can see is that now this level of resistance is now changed into support. If this area holds strongly, then we can see the gold market starting to shift. So that is from the perspective of technical analysis. On the daily time frame, which is what we're facing right now, 4 hours daily, we can see that this is the low for the day. We've created a structure and a kind of M formation that signals that the market could go lower. Then we had a rejection from the low for the day, which is the previous resistance on the day before. So this area was resistance yesterday, now broke higher, retesting on it is turned into support. Now, when it turns into support, you expect that the market would rally higher. So I had my eye on this move for the whole day, analyzing it, looking at it, and leaning more towards being bullish on gold. We've seen that this move was extremely strong to the upside. We've got FOMC and interest rate decisions coming up soon, so maybe all of these gains will get cancelled. We can't know for sure. We just have to wait and see. So when the daily close happens, what I usually do is grab, let's say the daily is going to close up here. So what I would do before the end of the day, I would go on the horizontal line again. That is literally my daily routine. And let's say the market closed up here, I would mark this level. So we could very well just trade in this zone, so I can understand potential support and resistance levels on the daily, or we could see that the market tomorrow could open higher. If it opens higher, then we could be looking at these levels that we were talking about earlier, the 1980, to see if we can break beyond them and signal another bull rally higher. So that is it from the technical analysis perspective. If we go to the calendar, that we have an advanced economic calendar within the platform that shows you all the important news that are taking place in the day. So for Wednesday, the 20th of September, we can see right here that we have 14 low impact news. I don't usually look at low impact news. However, it's also important if you are trying to draw fundamental analysis. Sometimes these low impact news are also contributing to the economy. At the end of the day, it is data. So it's highly important that you look at all the data and then make a conclusion based on that. What I'm going to be looking at today is the high impact news. So as you can see, we've seen a lot of volatility for the day. We had 14 high impact news. And if we click on that, we can see that today at 7 p.m. in 1 hour and 32 minutes, we've got interest rate projections as well as the Fed's monetary policy statement, which is the FOMC. So previously, the Federal Reserve interest rate decision, it was at 5.5%. They are forecasting that it's going to stay the same, which they are not raising it higher and they're not dropping it lower. Would it actually stay the same? That is a decision that goes back to Jerome Powell and other Federal Reserve members. So if we go on the Federal Reserve, the Fed interest rate decision, you can read what that typically means. We give you a little description. And then you have here this option of what assets does this event affect? So if you click on view all assets, you can see that the whole market is pretty much going to get impacted. If you are, for example, a sterling dollar trader, cable, for example, we can select GBP USD, and then we can check the history of interest rate decision. As you can see here, last year we were hovering around 0. We did not have any rate rises, and then we started going on a rate hike for quite some time. Will it go stable, not rise it higher, which is the Federal Reserve pivoting, or would it actually go higher and not care about the economy, or would it drop lower? So these are the 3 questions that you need to ask yourself. Based on the data, you can make decisions. If they raise interest rates, we can expect lots of volatility. If they drop it lower, we can expect also lots of volatility. If it stays the same, which is what is forecasted, 5.5%, we can expect that this is priced in and the market is not going to react heavily towards it. It will still react towards it. There's going to be a lot of volatility because there will be a lot of people executing trades, but it will not have the same reaction that everyone wants if it did not go higher or did not go lower. So here, when you have this graphic representation, you are better equipped to understand what you expect in the future. We're on a high, we're basically on a rise. Would it go sideways now for a few months, or would it go higher? Who knows? That is something that we'll find out at 7 p.m. You also get the news sentiment one day before. So on sterling dollar, you have 75% of retail traders selling before the news. And you have 25% of retail traders buying before the news. Typically, in the hour when the news is released, the price moves 34 pips. So we're giving you this information so you can protect yourself with having strong stop losses, no areas of take profits, what to expect when the news comes out. You get access to all of this data within the We Fund You Trade platform. So in the hour, it moves 34 pips. In the day, it moves 104 pips. So we might see, because we did not see a massive move today, we might see that massive move taking place at 7 p.m. And you might see something like the price rising, for example, 30, 40 pips, and then dropping 60, 70 pips. On average, this is what we're expecting. In the weekly, we're expecting 210 pips after the news releases. And in the monthly, we're expecting 256 pips. Also keep in mind, the monthly candlesticks are closing in 10 days. So usually the last 10 days of the month, maybe last 5 days of the month are the most volatile. There will be a lot of institutional buying and selling. So keep that in mind. What we also provide you here are news provided to you by trusted sources. So here's a news article provided to you by Bank of England. You've got ING, Scotiabank, Rabobank, and so much more. You sometimes find Credit Suisse, HSBC, things that you can expect when the news is released. And we also have the news sentiment, which is another graphic representation of what traders are feeling emotionally. So this is the psychology of traders prior to the news. We can see that they are extremely bearish right now. They're feeling fearful. Who knows what is going to happen? If we maybe have positive news for the for pound, for the sterling, we might see that that this can react a bit more positively. Um, so this is when it comes to the economic calendar. So every day when I wake up, I would wake up extremely early, which you guys will see in the video that I'm creating for all of you guys, so you can understand. Even the meditation sessions will be filmed. The training in the gym, swimming, all of that, it will be documented. Right now, I'm heading to the gym, for example. When I have my breakfast, when I'm looking at the charts, so you can kind of understand what I do on my day-to-day basis and take that information, take that lifestyle, take these good habits and implement them in your own life. It will be tough at first, but the more you do it, the better you become. There's nothing that comes easy in this world. As you know, when it comes to trading, you're always striving to get results. You're always trading the financial markets to try to generate profit. Think of it as a process. When you have everything in your life, you're everything that you're doing in your life, you're doing it accurately. You have a you're following your rules, you're following your strategies, you're eating healthy, you're sleeping well, doing all these sort of things, and then all of that positivity you'll find in your trading. If your life is all over the place and you're just trading because I need money, it is not going to work out for you, my friends. And that is what I tell most people. When you're obsessed with the outcome will never come to you. When you just leave it and you focus on the process, you focus on executing high quality trades, that is when you start benefiting out of the markets. We have a question from Kay. Are you a full-time trader? Yes, I am a full-time trader, my friend. I've been trading for the past 10 years, if not more. And I've coached thousands of successful traders right now. So if you guys have questions about what we've discussed so far, please make sure that you type these questions in the chat. I want to hear your thoughts. I want to understand what you want to learn so I can tailor my experience towards your needs. And Alex, we'll leave it with Alex. I spoke for the past
20 minutes.
20 minutes.
Yeah, no, it's all right. Honestly, that was very insightful into the platform, and that's why I'm so grateful to be trading with WeFunding Traders as well, and also working is because every single day we're trying to improve the platform and also take a lot of feedback and suggestions of what we can do with the platform. So the economic calendar was actually a massive thing because as you are a full-time trader for much more longer than me, I've only been training for 2 years, and recently have delved into into a bit more heavier trading than usual. It's been a massive part of my daily routine as well, making sure that I'm aware of what's happening in the market and I'm actually aware of what is going to affect me, right? Because a lot of people that I know and a lot of my friends personally, they'll just open up an account straight, right? And then they'll be like, oh, it's going against me. I'm like, I'm like, have you checked the market? Have you checked the news? Have you checked anything that fundamentally can change your market structure? A lot of people be like, oh no, what are you supposed to do? I'm like, yeah, that's the main reason why the forex market, like, people think forex is just buy and sell. It is buy and sell, but it's not, because there's a lot of more deeper stuff happening behind the scenes. You're talking about institutional levels, you're talking about banks, you're talking about trade deals, you're talking about open orders, sell orders, supply and demand. So you're talking about that is the USA buying crude oil? Are they buying 40 billion of crude oil? Like, right? Those big purchases is what is going to affect you trading, you know? I used to trade the currencies and haven't managed to understand my technique with it because there's a lot of volatility against it. There's a lot of things like, I wouldn't say market manipulation, but it's more about like, depending on what currency you're trading, anything can affect just like anything else. So I've moved on to more commodities because they're more safer. And they can only be affected if the currency goes down. So I mean, I was going to touch on points. So for Khalid asked what strategy I actually use. So I use the ICT and the SMC strategy, the indicators. So I use the ICT indicator. So I trade based on fair value gaps or the blocks.
Yeah. Break of structure.
Break of
Yeah.
structure, change of
Retests. Yeah.
characters,
100%.
retest, market structure as well. So my graphs typically, I mean, don't that's the only two indicators I have open at all times, and that's why I kind of look at. I look at all the change of characters, and to also touch point, I trade on the 15-minute time frame, and also on the 4 hour to the 1 hour, to kind of just understand what's actually happening.
Yeah.
That's what I found to be more successful for me and working, and also be more understandable, because there was a lot of strategies out there when I first started trading. I was like, yeah, this like makes no sense, right? It is literally like you're talking graphs, pictures, drawings on a chart. There's like, it made absolute no sense.
Yeah.
So basically what I've done was I found a strategy, I found a tactic, and I've just stuck to it. I don't look at anything else besides those two indicators, and based on my own market analysis of what I've learned as my own trader. So meaning like the retest, understanding support and resistance. That's the most important thing for any trader, is understanding support and resistance, because that's how the market trades. Besides, for example, today the Fed interest rates.
So this is not going to happen all the time.
All the time. So only the
Once a
market
month.
will change drastically when big events happen.
Absolutely.
So there's a lot there's a lot of questions coming in. I need a personal trainer. How would you hold a trade for? Which minutes candle you use for trading daily? I think we've kind of
I will answer all of these questions, but before we move on, Alex mentioned something very important, guys. So he uses ICT strategy, right? There's nothing wrong with that. This is what works for Alex. There might be other people that only trade based on supply and demand. There might be other people that trade based on the RSI, and it works for them. So trade what works for you. If ICT works for Alex, it may not work for you. Your trading strategy could be different. If ICT works for Alex, it may not work for me. So at the end of the day, we're all different. I may look at a chart and see a selling opportunity, and Alex could look at the same chart and see a buying opportunity. That is why there are constant buyers and sellers throughout the whole day. A lot of people think that in the financial markets, when you're trading, for example, FX, pairs, that there's a lot of manipulation. There's a lot of, at the end of the day, these are all negative thoughts that are going to bring you down psychologically. The markets cannot be manipulated. Take that out of your mind. If you are wrong, you are simply wrong. If your stop losses keep getting triggered, it means that you're putting a high risk with a very tight stop loss. Do this exercise. If you put a stop loss at a specific level, and you see that the price rallies and triggers it, and then the next trade, just do an imaginary trade. Think that your stop loss is going to be there. See if the price goes and triggers it. Because I know that the price is going to get to your stop loss level, whether you are in the trade or not. A lot of people avoid using stop losses because they don't want to provide data to the markets, all that stuff. And that is absolutely fine. But always know that there's a specific level that you're going to exit your trade and preserve your capital. So with Alex, he's been trading for a few years. He's been using that strategy over and over. He's never changed it. It works for him. And to take some of these questions, guys, I can see that we've got we've got a lot of questions. Yeah, absolutely. So where can I access all those sessions? I mean the recordings. So these sessions will be available to you on YouTube. And we're also hosting different sessions every single Wednesday at around 5 p.m. UK timing with different topics that we will be discussing. Which minute candle you use for trading daily? When I trade, Vicky, thank you very much for your question, Radoslav and Vicky. So what I use to trade is basically the 1 hour and the 4 hours. I sometimes stay in a trade for the whole day, so intraday trading, and I close my trades before the end of the day. And sometimes I typically, if I see a good opportunity and I see that there's more room for the price to go lower or go higher, I may hold a trade for a couple days, up to 3 days. I don't get greedy. If I see that the market is reversing, I usually just take my profits off the table or just trail stop my trade throughout the way. We have that trail stop mechanism within the platform, so take advantage of that tool as it can help you secure more profits when you're correct. Can you put a timer countdown on the candles indicating how long before the candle closes? That is a brilliant suggestion. You can type that in our Discord group. And I think we are accepting a lot of suggestions from our clients.
Yeah.
And we're basically, I know that you want it to look like Trading View where you have a timer when the candle closes. We will look into adding that for you. Rachel, some more helpful run
Through of the
through of
platform's
the platform
capabilities. Yeah.
capabilities would be great. The coaching sessions are great, but a bit too quick. Would be helpful in the future for us newbies. Rachel, I will definitely do that for you. We are hosting a full video showing you all the tools and data that you can get access to in the platform. So stay up to date for that. Stay tuned for that. We've got Mary. Think the calendar is golden, especially the anticipated PIP movement
Regarding news.
regarding the news events. I absolutely agree with you. It is the best economic calendar that I've used in the financial markets ever since I started trading. And keep in mind, I've used FX Factory, I've used my FX book, I've used Trading View, I've used Daily FX, investing.com, all these websites and their calendars. And basically, the one that stands out to me the most is this calendar. Do you trade on Monday and Friday? Lubin Leak, thank you very much for your question. I usually do not have specific days that I trade. I sometimes open a trade on Monday if I see an opportunity. Sometimes I will go throughout 2-3 days without opening any trade if I don't see my strategy playing out and I don't see a good setup to take, which I will explain further in that whole video series that I'm creating that will help you guys out with your own trading.
Before we do that more, I'm seeing a lot of people saying that Discord, how to access the Discord. I'm gonna actually type in the Discord link right now. Feel free to join the Discord and kind of keep up to date with us because we're much more active on there, and you can kind of get a hold of us much more quicker. Any members of the team that you need help with anything and any suggestions and any ideas or help you may need, feel free to go on the Discord or use the live chat function on a website. So I'm just going to type that quickly now.
Yeah.
Feel free to join it. But yeah, and then we'll follow on through the different.
Join the Discord group, guys. We have a community, like-minded individuals, always posting their trading ideas, discussing the markets. You know, it feels like a family community. Right now, it's at 2,300 members, and it's growing rapidly. So I highly recommend that you guys join it. And if you have any questions, we look forward to seeing you there. The other thing that I wanted to answer was I avoid to take opportunities that take place during late in the evening due to swap fee charges. Guess it's not in line with Islamic rules if I'm not wrong. Abdi, thank you very much for your question. I agree. So there's the rollover period in the UK. It's at 10 p.m. Depending on which part of the world you're residing in, that is when it takes place. Once you hold a trade past the rollover period, you basically get charged a swap fee. A swap fee basically is an interest-based payment. It's a charge up from the broker that we're using for holding that trade overnight. Sometimes it can be a credit to your account and sometimes it can deduct from your balance. So if you don't want to get charged a swap fee, you can just close your trades before the end of the day. What YouTube channel? You can check our YouTube channel on basically We Fund You Trade on YouTube. You'll find our videos there. When you travel, how do you trade? When I travel, if I'm going on a vacation, it's usually to take a break from trading. So I trade throughout the whole year. I'm always on the lookout for a good opportunity. And sometimes you have to rest your mind and just focus on your life, enjoy your time, and do something outside of trading. Trading is not everything in life. When you do other things that are fun, it will add on to your mindset positively. And then that will be that positivity you will see in your trading. I'm not in Discord group, never heard of that. How do you find the trail stop?
We've added the link below as you can guys see. So feel free to join the Discord, as mentioned before. So we're happy to take some questions right now if you guys have any more questions.
Yeah. Trail stop.
Yeah, so
it's really important.
We're gonna touch up on that now. So how do you find the trail stop?
How do you find the trail stop? So you've got the regular stop loss that you use in all of your trades, which is what you can see right here. Or let me just share my screen. Bear with me for a second. please confirm if you guys can see our monitor. So we've got the regular stop loss that you use, which you can choose in pips, in price, percentage of your equity, percentage of your balance, cash risk, bar high, bar low, etc. Or you have the trail. So if you decide that, let's say I open the trade right here as an example. I'm going to give you guys an example so you can understand how to use it in your favor. Let's say we're going to sell the market right here with the regular stop loss of 20 pips and targeting 60 pips. So as an example, let's say the price actually started dropping in my direction and it started rallying lower. What I can do is just click on my position, and then instead of having a stop loss, I can remove that, change it to none, and then have a trail stop that follows my position with 10 pips. So I'll put 10 pips here, change. And now, so if the price goes lower in my direction, you're going to have the trailing stop following it. You usually use that tool when the trade has already gone in your direction. So let's say the trade already started rallying lower, and then you've got the trail stop will follow it. If the price suddenly started going against you, the trail stop just stays where it's at, and it just gets triggered 10 pips away from where it started. So as an example, let's go to the 1 minute time frame. It will be easier to explain. I opened a trade right around here. Now, let's say if the price actually started going lower all the way to this level, the trail stop that is up here will be following it. If we are right here and now we're running, let's say $3 in profit, and the price reached all the way down here to this level, you're going to have that stop loss 10 pips away, following it. If it goes lower, it will keep chasing it until it goes to your take profit. If, for example, it reached right here and your trail is up here at 10 pips, it will just, if it starts going against you, it will just close you out at 10 pips. And you will secure all of that move till it started going against you. I hope this explains it. And I hope this answers your question.
Yeah, if you just scroll a bit down. Yeah, so there was one person asking about the YouTube channel. So feel free to go on YouTube and search We Fund You Trade. That's where you're gonna be able to see some of our content. So recorded sessions that we've had in the past, and we are gonna be posting a lot more videos on YouTube as well. And also you're gonna find us on Instagram as well at We Fund You Trade, and on Discord as well. So that's where you will see much more activity from us. But yeah, I mean, there was a question. There was someone that us a message saying that brilliant session, guys, from Indrasen Ragnov. He said, very informative and mostly I like the support mindset. I have been on many platforms and never experienced this. Please don't change this approach once membership increases. Well, that is a fantastic feedback.
Thank you very much.
I mean, that means a lot for us. So
Yeah.
of course we are determined to keep this as a weekly thing going on. We are going to touch on the psychology sessions next week with Dr. Joy. She is a busy woman and has other things going on as well. So whenever we can have a session with her every week,
We will be hosting it.
yeah, we'll rush to do that on our best. But I mean, we are gonna keep this as a weekly thing going on. So you'll see a lot more of me and Mo and I like to say. So I mean, we like to touch on a much more positive things, such as the platforms and the things upcoming. Any new updates and any changes as well, because we would like to be transparent with you guys, and we would like to take your feedback as well as traders, because that's the most important thing a company can do and a platform can do, is make it suitable for the traders at the end of the day. So we're learning a lot, but we're also trying to do the necessary changes if possible. Are we allowed? So we're gonna go back to answer some questions.
Yes.
We are getting a lot of valuable content, valuable feedback coming back that this is a valuable session. So we're very happy for that, guys.
Yeah. So what I wanted to answer, we've got people asking if I trade on Friday, will you close the trade? If you trade on Friday, will you close the trade still ongoing? That is a very good question, actually. When I would trade, in the past, I would typically close my trades before the weekend, just so I can have that peace of mind and, go on my weekend, rest, take my family out, enjoy. There's a lot to life to enjoy rather than just keep to be stuck in a trade and thinking about it. Is it going to go against me? Is it going to go in my direction? All that stuff. So basically, on Friday, if I'm in a very profitable position, I may keep it. But if my trade is hovering, near my position or just in a bit of profit, I would much rather take it off the table. You also have do you have any future plans for face-to-face training in the UK at any point? Rachel, that is a very good suggestion, and we will be looking into doing something like that, like workshops where people can join from different parts of the United Kingdom, and we can train them on how to trade the financial market successfully. That can be also an added benefit to our business. Learned the hard way last week, triple on Wednesday. Oh, triple swaps. Absolutely. On Wednesday, if you hold trades overnight today, you get charged the swap fee tripled. That is every broker in the world. It's not just we with us. So if you're holding trades, if you're in a massive profit, then you can keep it because it's not gonna matter. But if your position is just stuck near break even or in a bit of profits, just take that out, start trading the following day so you can save yourself paying some swap fees.
I wanted to say something that I had one of those issues as well when I first started trading on a Wednesday. I was swapping profit. I was like £400-500 in profit, and because of the swap fees the next day, I literally checked my account. I was like in negative. I was like, what was going on? It went to my take profit, but I was in negative because of the swap fees. So that was a hard way to learn, and that's how you learn as a trader. Is
Absolutely.
You have to kind of do the things that a lot of people at the beginning do. I mean, there's a lot of things that we can do and kind of like help and guide new traders and newbies to kind of understand the financial markets. But I mean, it's that saying that till you do it yourself and you get slapped around the face around with it, you're not gonna be able to understand better.
I absolutely agree with you. And we also, on top of hosting these psychology sessions where you strengthen yourself psychologically and understand how to navigate through the financial markets and how it affects you mentally, we can also start hosting trading sessions, like a 1 hour live trading session on Discord. We may also host, how to develop a trading strategy, things like that, discuss different trading strategies that are available in the markets, all these sort of things that can add on to your experience and help you become a better trader. At the end of the day, this is the ultimate goal for us as a company, is to have successful traders, be able to navigate through the market, be strong psychologically, generate profits for themselves, benefit themselves as well. So, in this journey, you're not on your own with We Fund You Trade. We're following a different path than the majority of our competitors in the industry. Most people are out there, you buy your challenge and you're on your own. With us, we actually want to look after you. We want to give you, the support that you need through our support team on live chat, on Discord, or the weekly psychology sessions. You can get in touch with us at any time. We're always available there for all of our people to help them and to guide them and to make sure that they know that they're not alone on their journey. We're going to take a few more questions and we will be wrapping this session up for today, but we look forward to seeing you all in the future sessions so we can all benefit from each other. So we've got brilliant session, guys, very informative. This is very sincere from you, mate. I appreciate that. And thank you for the positive feedback. We've got also, just wanted to show the website there, but do the recordings of these calls get saved anywhere for us to rewatch? Thanks. Yes, Zoe, you will be able to find these on Discord, on YouTube. So stay tuned. You'll also find different clips of the main points hosted on our social media platforms. And then you've got good to know you are here to help. I hope I have enjoyed the experience very much. Great great session, guys. Great session. Thank you. Super thanks a lot. And then I googled
I
it.
think someone's replying back to someone as well
Oh,
with the swap fees.
yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, guys, before we
Correct.
kind of wrap this up, what I wanted to say something to Mo is like, well, what's one thing you can tell to someone approaching the markets? Keep it one sentence. What's one bit of advice that
Discipline.
you can tell to someone?
Discipline. When you have discipline, you have everything in this world. Do not rush the process. This is a long-term journey, guys. If you are desperate to get funded, you will not get funded. If you take it easy and you take your time with your challenges, and everyone's susceptible to mistakes. Even me as a trader who's been trading for many years, I've become funded on so many different companies. But at the end of the day, it took discipline. I did not rush the process. I go and draw down just like all of you guys. I failed challenges, and that is something fine. Every you know every setback is a potential learning opportunity. And if you think about it from that perspective, I basically, had a bad day. This is not a bad day. This is an opportunity for you. The universe is telling you that this is an opportunity for you to learn. So never approach things, never take things to heart. We have a question about any updates for US traders. We are closely monitoring the situation. If we have any updates about the situation, and we are going to bring back US clients on board, you guys will be able to start where you left off with your challenge. We've already refunded all of you guys, and we look forward for the day to have you all back on board, because the US is a very big industry for prop trading, and we're missing out on that. So we hope we can have you guys all back on board in the near future. And at the end, we are serving everyone globally. We are proud to get our services to everyone out there, and we hope that we get some clarity and bring back the US market.
Well, I want to touch up on that because I think we're gonna get like Zoe. I mean, Zoe, thank you so much for your kind response in the chat and responding to fellow people asking, questions about the platform. And also, I can see that you've had a coaching call with Vincent Lee, and he showed you kind of all of this. So, I mean, yeah, it's definitely a extra valuable thing to do. So to book the free coaching, you can go
I
on
can
the web.
show them.
You can yeah, actually
Yeah.
better. Mo can actually show you.
So if you guys want to book your coaching sessions, you can simply, for the ones that are not aware, just please go to, I'm gonna close this.
Yeah, that's fine.
Go to events. Right here, you can book for the weekly webinars with Dr. Joy, myself, and Alex. You can book your spot from here. And then if you scroll a little bit lower, you have take advantage of our free coaching. If you click on book your session, it will open up a Calendly. So at a time that is convenient for you, you can basically book in your sessions.
I would like to mention that coaches do work 7 days a week. So we do have coaches covering the weekend as well for people that have a busy, lifestyle during the week. So, and they want to take advantage of the coaching on the weekend. And also because the weekend is a bit more, the market's closed, so you can take a little breather. You don't have to be a lot stressed about what's like actually going to happen in the market, like like how, a trader feels. So I think, it's out there. So take advantage of our coaching. We do have a team of coaches that are very serious about the job, and they'll walk you through and tailor those coaching sessions to your own likings and your needs. Exactly, they'll understand where you are, where you want to go, and how you want to go, how you want to get there. They'll be there to guide you. So, and if you like to book onto
Absolutely. So for
someone,
example,
yeah, if you like to book,
Saturday
exactly. So if you want to
from
book
9
onto
to 5
someone
p.m.
specifically, you can just request that, and
Yep.
then they'll book you. They'll book you in the coach. If you like one of the coaches, you can just take advantage of that. For example, if you
Exactly.
like Daniel a lot and you want to book one with him, you can request that, and that can be
Correct.
sorted. So yeah,
Yeah,
you have the coaching there as well. And should we give them a discount code for the ones that are not trading with us?
Yeah, so everyone who's not trading with us and who's interested in actually trading on our platform, our advanced platform, taking advantage of all of these tools, taking advantage of coaching sessions, psychology sessions, use code we fund you trade 30. And that will give you 30% off on top of the discount that we're already offering on the website. So if you go on the website to challenges right here and scroll all the way down, you can see that we're already giving 31% discount. If you use code WFYT30,
Show
you'll
them.
get another 30% discount on top of that. So if we go here, for example, a 300,000 account, and we wanted to use a promotional code, we fund you trade.
WFYT, not we fund you trade, because they'll
Yeah.
probably get a bit confused.
WFYT30, apply.
Oh, no, 50.
Oh, sorry.
Is it 20, 25?
No, I think you can develop that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll get that. I'll
Yeah.
get
So we will get a code, or you can use Discord 30. Discord 30 will give you 30% discount on top of the discount that we're already offering. So it brings down a 300,000 account all the way to $837. We have always promotions for all of these guys. At the end of the day, it's not about, the challenge fee for us. It's about helping you guys. Take advantage of this opportunity. Any questions that you guys may have, we are always here to assist. We're always here to help. There's a team of people that are there to be there for you, and we look forward to your success. And thank you again for joining. This is it for today. Discount code is Discord 30. Join our Discord, stay up to date with all of our announcements, giveaways, competitions that will be hosted soon. We're thinking about a poker tournament in the next week, so to see who's the best poker player amongst you guys, for a chance to actually win a trading account. And we're also hosting a trading tournament with an amazing leaderboard. I will tease you guys with that in the near future. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining.
Yeah, sorry, someone saying, was that Discord 30? Yes, the code. Yeah, you can use the code Discord 30.
Yes.
For now, if you're not a client with us and you want to be join the We Fund You Trade family, feel free to use the Discord 30 guy. And it's also the Discord 30 is valid
till the end of the month for now.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of exciting announcements on Discord that you guys will see towards the end of the month, the last week of the month. It will be super exciting. Everyone's going to be very hyped up about it. So stay tuned. Thank you again all for joining.
Thank you, guys. Thank you
See you
so
in the
much.
next session, and have a lovely evening ahead.
Thank you so much for that, guys.
And I can end it.